Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Rashid and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today's video is going to be a short video, but I just wanted to go over one thing. Okay, so the main question nowadays, and a lot of people ask it, a lot of people who are on the spiritual path, who want to either step into that path or they're actually on that path, they're trying to develop their soul, etc. But they're probably asking the question, what is the soul? And to be fair, I would love to give you the answer, but unfortunately I've looked everywhere so far and there doesn't seem to be a definite answer of what the soul is. So this video is not going to be about, oh, what is the soul, what is it made out, where did it come from? We all know it. We all know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created a soul, but we're not 100% sure on where the soul came from. We know where the body came from, right? It was made out of clay, etc., as it's already said in the Quran. But what is the soul? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I created man in my own image, or something along them lines, right? So what is the soul? We don't know. But I'll tell you one thing, how do we keep our soul in an optimized state, right? So we got a body, right? So there's a body and there's a soul, right? So we got the body, we know how to look after the body. So obviously we go to the gym, we eat food, you know, we drink, we sleep on time, etc. And we try to keep ourselves healthy, right? So we have medicine, etc. So how do we keep the soul in an optimized state, or in an optimized shape, or whatever you want to call it? Let me give you the greatest secret to ever touch the face of this earth, right? Apart from Islam, obviously. Let me give you the greatest secret that's ever touched the face of this earth, right? And that is the way we keep our soul in an optimal state. And I guarantee you probably already know this, but I'm just trying to confirm it to you guys, yeah? The way that we keep our soul in an optimal state is that we keep it full with zikr, and we keep it full with the recitation of the Quran, and we keep it full with the farz and the wajibat of Islam. Those things that are necessary and those things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made obligatory upon us in Islam. If we act upon that, our soul will stay in a healthy form. And then obviously nafil and whatnot, voluntary worship, is just like the icing on the cake. It's like the dessert afterwards. But this is the main course meal, that is the farz and the wajibat of Islam. We're talking salah, we're talking zakat, we're talking hajj if you can afford it, we're talking just believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and believing in those things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us to believe in, right? So this is how we keep our soul in an optimal state. Why do we want to keep our soul in an optimal state? Well, it's the same like our bodies, right? So we got our bodies, if we don't keep it in optimal shape, we get lazy, we get tired, we get ill, we don't feel so good, right? We get hungry, you know, things happen to our bodies that basically become a disadvantage, and we become deficient in certain vitamins, etc. That's basically what happens to the body, and it just gets weaker, etc. And you're not able to do things that you were able to do before. The same way with the soul. If we don't look after the soul and we don't give it what it needs, it's basically like starving yourself, right? You can't go without starving yourself. The soul definitely cannot go without the dhikr of Allah. And when we do let it go without the dhikr of Allah, we feel lazy, we feel lethargic, we want to sin more. This is what happens when we don't keep our soul in optimal form. We want to sin more. We feel more down. Our heart, we have heartaches. We have, you know, these thoughts that we're all alone. We feel like we're outcasts in this world, etc. These are the sort of things that basically means that our soul is not in its optimal shape, right? We just want to sin. That's it. And when someone tells us, oh, you shouldn't sin because you'll get punished, or you should get this punishment, we don't care, right? We just don't feel it anymore. We're numb to that. We're like, oh, I know I should be feeling bad, but I just don't feel bad. I just don't feel bad. I just want to go out and sin because it just seems fun to me. That just basically means your heart is dead, right? So you need to liven your heart. The same way, how do we liven it? Exactly what I've just told you. We feed it with the farz and wajibat of Islam, right? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not given us this, you know, the salah, etc., only to keep us in an optimal shape, and it's only there to benefit us. It doesn't benefit Allah. Allah doesn't care if we read salah. Allah doesn't care if we don't read salah. Allah doesn't care if we read the Quran. Allah doesn't care either way. He doesn't care if we do. He doesn't care if we don't, right? This is all for us. It's all for us. And that's one thing we need to remember. We're like, oh, why has Allah made the religion so hard? It's because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us those laws that are going to keep us safe from the shaitan, right? It's for example, let's say for example, the Sharia, right, law is like a house, yeah, it's like shelter, and as soon as we step outside that shelter, we're ready to get attacked by an enemy, and we all know who the enemy is. It's shaitan, right? The same way, if there was a murderer, or if there was someone who was out there to get us, or there was an enemy, you know, you see Trump, he wants to put up a wall around America, right? It's the same way. If there was an enemy outside our houses, we'll be told to stay in our houses. You know, if there was a murderer or a serial killer out on the road, the news will say, and you know, the government and, you know, society will just say, keep in your house, don't go out. Well, no matter what happens, stay in your houses. If you leave the house, you are responsible for your own actions. Right there. You're responsible for what happens to you after that. The same way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us this beautiful house to live in, and as soon as we step out, we're ready to get attacked by shaitan, who's the worst of all enemies. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, indeed, shaitan is a clear enemy to you. So we shouldn't follow his footsteps, and neither should we go anywhere near where he is, right? And he's ready to take us anytime. He's got that sniper, he's ready to shoot us, he's ready to take our heads off as soon as we pop our heads out that window. So yeah guys, let me summarize this. So to summarize this video, in order to keep our soul in its optimal state, in its optimal level, in good shape and good form, is to stick and feed it the farz and wajibat of Islam. And if you want to go a little bit step further with your nafli ibadat, then you do so. You will feel that you feel that strength in your soul, and you feel that strength to leave the sins that you're currently doing. So that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and share with all your friends and family and those people that you think will benefit from this video. Once again, thank you very much for watching this video. Till next time, keep me in your du'as and I will keep you in mind. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace and blessings be upon every single one of you. Ameen.